Welcome, everybody, to the MDL show.
The MDL.
Yeah, that's Dvon said that should be the new name of our show. Instead of Table Talk, MDL for Mo, Dvon, Lindsey, which I give you credit, Dvon. You did not put yourself first.
I put first what I thought would sound good.
Oh, so
and it was Mo's name.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I like it.
We can go LMD. I mean, that's fine too.
Or, I mean, if it's DLM, then at least it's just an alphabetical order.
Yeah.
And it starts with, Mr. Star. No, not me. That guy. That guy right there.
Yep.
He's so humble.
With my silver cup.
Yep.
All right, gotta put Dvon.
Wait,
we gotta put Dvon there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put
Dvon on the bottom where he belongs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dvon, are you a top or a bottom? What are you?
I'm both.
Okay. All right, that's fair.
I'm
Casimir, what's up, man?
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Dylan, hello.
Hey.
What's going on, Dylan?
And Sebastian. What's
Sebastian.
going on? All right, so Damian Priest scheduled for the show today. We haven't heard from him.
Yeah, we got some technical difficulties going on, and
So we'll see. I mean, we'll plan accordingly. If not, then we'll just make it up as we go along.
Mm-hmm.
It's what we do every week, anyway.
Wait, yeah. What? No, we don't. We have scripts. We know exactly what's happening every week.
Your comments, your reactions, your questions.
Well, hell, I wasn't going to say anything. I know we talked about it in the pre-show, but hell, I'm going to say it anyway. It was something else on Monday Night Raw this week.
Okay, all right.
I think everybody is aware of what happened, and
maybe narrow it down for people.
I'm not aware.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Well, a lot of people suspected that Nia and Charlotte got into it heavy. And I even heard some reports that, they were beating each other up in the back. And, well, number one, they weren't beating each other up in the back. And, something happened in the ring. They handled it the way they handled it, and they got over it. As simple as that, So, excuse me, let me wipe my screen. They got over it, I mean, was things done in the ring? I think it's obvious. No dirt sheet writer has to put me on blast and go, well, Dvon said, no, everybody saw what happened this past Monday. And, again.
It got a little rough. Yeah.
It got a little rough.
Say that.
And it happens. It's not like the first time it happened, but of course, everybody's making a big deal out of it. Hell, me and Bubba used to go at it with people a lot. I'm not going to say all the time.
Accidental.
Right.
Well, no, it was part. Some of it was real.
Okay.
A lot of it was real because either not the guys ever tried to take advantage of me and Bubba, but it was
those
just
damn
that,
kids trying to take my spot.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even that. It was just that sometimes in the heat of battle, even in pro wrestling, you hear the crowd and things happen to where things get messed up or what have you. And then the other one gets mad, and then the other one's like, okay, why are you getting so upset? Why are you trying to take it out on me? And then you wind up going for real. And it never turns out good because you got to always work with the people and you got to see their faces. That's why I never want to date anybody in the business. I just thought that was so bad because, dating someone in the business, if something happens where you break up, it's terrible. You got to work with them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like you guys got extra rough in the bedroom or something. I wasn't quite sure where you were going with that.
There. No.
Of course, Mo went there, and they say I'm the bad guy.
You're keeping a lot of conversation vague today. I'm just trying to narrow down.
You see what I have to deal
it's just that a lot of people just some people in the wrestling world just take things personal or what have you. There was a couple of times where I had to rough it up a little bit to get my point across, and it happens. But like I said, I love both of those young ladies. I mean, Charlotte and Nia, I wish them nothing but the best. And I really hope that, we can, I tell you what, I'm just going to say this. If they ever have another build-up match, you better believe people are going to be watching. That's one of the great things. That's one of the great things about what happened on Monday is that when these two do get a reunion match, whenever that might be, you better believe people are going to be watching that. They're going to be wanting to see every little thing. And I guarantee you, people will be nitpicking. Oh, did you see the way Nia grabbed her finger? Oh my God! Did you see the way Charlotte kicked her toe? Oh my
Watching
God!
every move.
Watching every single move.
And that's not a bad thing. Yeah.
No,
I think
no, it's not a bad thing. I mean, they create ratings. I mean, look, when Mike Tyson bit Evander Holyfield's ear, the next Mike Tyson fight, you would tune in.
Yeah.
You wanted to see what antics that Mike was going to do, you know. And it's pretty much almost the same with here. You know, the two young ladies had a misunderstanding, and they solved it the best way they thought they could, and they did it. And now we move on.
who was, of all the people you worked with, any company, who do you think was probably the stiffest to work with?
Definitely, I'm going to say AAPA.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Bradshaw and Farouk.
Bradshaw and Farouk. Everybody will tell you that being in the ring. When you came to the ring with those guys, you better be prepared to fight. And that was just it. But again, that was an understanding. And you knew that about them. And they were going to make sure that, you know, their stuff looked good, snug, and it was in there. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I love APA. I wish we can go back to those days again where we were in there with Farouk and Bradshaw. God, it was so many good times. And even when we were stiffing the hell out of each other, it was great times. I'll give you a story. We're in Madison Square Garden. Bubba's told this story before. We're in Madison Square Garden. The heat is on me. I'm in there with Farouk. He's getting on me. Finally, we do the double down, and we're getting ready for the hot tag. Madison Square Garden sold out. It's freaking phenomenal. I think I think The Rock and Triple H headlined the show.
Nice.
So we're in there again, sold out Madison Square Garden. All of a sudden, we do the double down. I crawl to Bubba. Farouk crawls to Bradshaw. Farouk makes the tag to Bradshaw, and then I make the tag to Bubba. The people screaming, "Yay!" They jump up out their seat. I'm crawling to make my way up to get out of the ring because I made the tag to Bubba.
Right.
I hear, "Yeah!" And then all of a sudden, dead silent. I turn around, I look, Bubba tripped coming into the ring and fell face first into the mat. He quickly scrambles himself back up. And he goes, and Bradshaw is laughing. He's laughing his ass off. And all of a sudden, Bubba double legs Bradshaw, and he starts wailing. Bradshaw's covering up. I didn't make you trip. You tripped on your own. I didn't make you trip. And Bubba's furious. He is furious. And so we get in the back, and, you know, we showered and everything, and Bubba's got his head down. Farouk comes over. Hey, Bub, it's all right. Don't worry about that. Everything's going to be good. I mean, hell, we all, you know, make mistakes and things happen in the ring. And Bubba goes, yeah, but Ron, you don't understand. I mean, this was it. My hometown, Madison Square Garden. Madison Square Garden, just being in Madison Square Garden.
Right.
That's your worst fear. To trip and fall or do something in your hometown in front of, you know, everybody. It's like, you don't want to do that. He goes, you know, Madison Square Garden. My mom was there sitting front row. My father was there sitting front row. My fiance was sitting front row. My frat friends were all there. They watched everything. And Farouk, and Farouk went, well, yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah.
That's awesome. Man. So all this talk of being beat up and everything, Lindsey, how strongly do you agree with this statement here? Lindsey should wrestle.
Yeah, I feel like it's good in theory. And it would be fun, but I don't know anymore. I took one step in the ring at Dvon school, and I was so intimidated that I'm not even going to talk the big talk anymore.
Me and Mo was trying to get Lindsey to hit the ropes, and Lindsey wouldn't hit the ropes, and nobody was in there but just us.
Mm-hmm.
At the rest
I
of
just
school.
Knew I was going to hurt myself.
Yeah, Lindsey would.
You guys would laugh at me. I was just not. I just wasn't.
Lindsey's more of a lover, not a fighter.
That's right. That is right. That is right. Yeah, but in theory, it would be pretty cool.
I mean, you know, again, people ask me all the time, do you miss it? You know, it's funny because pro wrestling is my love. Pro wrestling is what I love. But I think I missed football more when I retired from football than I did wrestling. And I think the reason why is because of this. I knew my last year playing that I wasn't going to go off and play college football anymore because I didn't have the love for it. Mm-hmm. Even though I had the scholarship to Florida A&M, I still didn't want to play. I was pretty much done. Mm-hmm. And I knew that deep down inside. And I had all the my thing was I loved the physicality. I loved the hitting. And that was my thing. And, I played for 7.5 years. And I did that. I hit all through my career, I did the same thing in wrestling too, but I guess you could say, I don't know, it's something different. And again, it's not that I have more love for football because I don't. Because if I would have had more love for football, I would have chose football instead of wrestling.
Well, I would guess it's because you're still around wrestling all the time. You've continued to run your school. You continue to produce in WWE. You have sons that are traveling the world wrestling. Like, you're still immersed in it where you still may like football. You may still enjoy watching it, or if you could partake in it, sure. But that's a lot more removed from your life than wrestling is.
Yeah. And that's true. And I think that has a lot to do with it, Mama. I never looked at it that way, but you're probably right. And, I miss it, but not to the point to get back in and to go to a full-time schedule. There are times when I'm at the shows and I've eaten a whole bunch of pasta and catering, and man, it's like, I'm thinking I ain't got to wrestle. I'm sitting there, my belly's out to here, and I'm just like, I can't move. I'm just waiting for somebody to come and throw some water on my gills.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Well, speaking of backstage and doing the WWE producers thing, go ahead and tell us, you got to tell us details about that park you were at. The 24/7 in Lindsey, you missed it. What may have been, if you were a kid, this park is heaven.
Okay. It was, I even told Taylor, I have never seen a park like this before. It was beautiful. It had everything for these kids to enjoy. It had, when you go to the amusement parks and you see the water shooting up out of the floor that the kids can run through and play. And you know how, especially in Florida, you have like the little huts and stuff with the mist coming out of it to make you cool. It had that going on in there. It had a full snack thing up there. It was great, man.
The snack things are the best.
The snack, they had the snack stand and everything. They had everything over there.
They had a lot of like animal themed jungle gyms where it's not like there was just decorated as such, but the whole thing was in the shape of
an animal,
spider
or
dragonfly.
We had so many great things to work with for the 24/7. And, it was just another home run that we hit. And I think Truth was phenomenal. If you did not, Elizabeth, if you did not get to see this past 24/7, go on YouTube. You can't go on WWE Network anymore. Probably Peacock. I don't know if they show the replays of that, but
I don't know.
Check it out. It was truly amazing. Truth was just being truth and funny. And Tozawa had a dog costume on. And his acting was superb. We just.
As much as you can in a dog costume.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You had to, in order to appreciate what they did, you have to see it.
The winner for Best Actor.
Yeah. Like Reggie was way in the distance, and then all of a sudden they thought they trapped him, and Tozawa gets on all fours in the dog outfit, like he's walking like a dog. All of a sudden he goes, "Heel, boy, heel," and then he goes, "Sick him, go, go, go." And Tozawa was just nonchalantly just walking. He's like, "There you go, get him. That's my dog, get him." It was just hilarious. You got to see it. It was funny.
Is there anything that was left on the cutting room floor? Any part of that? Was that all one take, or was there anything left out?
I believe I don't know. I think we did two takes. I think it was two takes. R-Truth is the best. He is very funny.
He's hilarious.
Devon's never letting him back on the show, but
unfortunately.
No, when he says, when he holds up a black thing that's about this long, and he goes, "That's Devon's booty hole." Yeah, I ain't coming back.
Oh man, that's so funny.
No, but
I'll just have to text him sometime and be like, "Hey, come on back."
Surprise me.
We're gonna surprise Dvon.
Yeah,
his favorite guest.
I can see him now. I'm back. But but no, it's funny. And, and I told Reggie, I said, eventually we're going to have to find other ideas and stuff for us to do with you, other than the flipping. Because, it's like a dive. You dive out of the ring so many times. Now everybody does it. So it becomes old and stale. So you got to keep it, going. You got to keep it fresh and new. And that's what we're doing. We're coming up with these ideas and we're putting our heads together and really doing it.
Yeah.
Like a 24/7 title change on a live edition of Table Talk.
I mean, we could do that, but we'd have to get Reginald on there and somebody would have to be there with a referee to pin him.
Oh, darn. Okay, let's make this happen.
But
sounds horrible.
It has to be sanctioned by the WWE chairman, Vince McMahon.
Yeah, but look at you. You got the pull. I mean,
Dvon,
you're a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I don't tell that billionaire what to do. Listen, he's already made some cuts around the board. I don't need my name to be part of the cuts.
You don't tell him. You just suggest this great idea and then make it seem like he thought of it, and boom. Title change of the show.
You do know if I take your idea and try to make it work and I get caught, or they just say no and they fire me, you do know I'm coming living at your house. And I mean, you got to see me every day.
I got a spare room.
He's got a spare mattress.
Yeah.
It's pretty new. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, come on by.
Yeah. No, it ain't coming on by. It's moving in.
Move on in.
I'm moving in.
Come on by. That's fine.
I'm moving in.
You have to leave your stuff at the door, but it's fine.
No, everything comes in, including the video games.
That might be the only thing I let you bring in.
Right. That'd be hilarious.
That's the only thing I got room for.
Next Table Talk meetup at Mo's place.
Yeah. Yeah. In Illinois, where there's a whole lot of nothing to do.
Yeah.
Except play those games.
Talia and Amaya will be right in there with me.
Nice.
All right.
I'll take them.
Keep it interesting.
Jumping on the bed, waking you up.
Are you going to bring your dog?
I don't know about the dog.
Oh, of course you didn't know about the dog.
I was saying, because
I'd
welcome your dog. Yeah. All right, Dvon. So this is some interesting studies here that maybe you agree with, maybe you don't. But anybody that has viewed Table Talk in the past knows that Dvon gets rather passionate when it comes to keyboard warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Those who will say their comments behind the keyboard, behind their phone, never say it to their face. Well, new studies show
trolls, assholes.
Yeah.
New studies show that people are not more brave behind a keyboard or cell phone, that they are, as you call them, assholes in real life too.
Absolutely. But here's what I think. I think that they actually pick or
trolls be trolling.
I think they choose to be assholes to people that they know they can get away with it.
The study shows that they're just assholes in general.
Yeah,
so it's not just because they dislike Dvon, but they may be assholes to their own family as well.
Maybe, yeah, they're all a bunch of Karens.
But this is what I'm saying. Yes, Lindsay, absolutely. But they do it again with people that they know they can get away with it. In other words, if I'm at a gas station and I go to pay my gas and all that, and all of a sudden I go to cross, 9 out of 10 times the guy in the car will sit there and go, "Get the hell off the road, asshole," flicking me off and what have you. Especially if he's just leaving the gas station or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if he's coming into the gas station to go into the gas station, he'll be more likely not to mess with me or say anything stupid because he knows he got to get out the car.
What kind of gas stations do you go to?
I mean, he is in Florida.
I don't know. I mean, if it don't happen to you, I would love to go. I'd love to be where you are because I see it all the time. Especially, and what I see a lot of guys do, they do it to women who are by themselves or a little friend. I mean, I see that all the time. They'll sit there and flick a girl off, call it a C word, call it a B, and all of that. And they do it in their car. But again, these are women that they know that they're not going to.
At least you admit it, Dan.
Yeah.
At least you admit it.
These are people that, they know they can get away with it with women, especially if nobody's around to defend them.
Mm.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
sure. Yeah,
I definitely see the cat calls and the women being loosely followed, coming in or out. Hey, baby, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, I don't get that. I really don't get that. And there's a lot of women that I've talked to over the years, and I said, I've asked the common question: do you guys actually like it when guys do that? And they're like, no, we find it degrading and disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't see why guys feel the need to yell across the street thinking you're going to get somewhere by saying, "Hey, yo, what's up? You look fine. Let me get your number." How about bitch, no?
But if a woman did that to a man, the man would be like, "Oh my God, this is the best day ever."
Oh, yeah, they'd be happy as hell because they'd be like, "Listen, this woman likes me." It's like stroking their ego.
Well, maybe because men think they would like it, or they assume we would like it too, but it's not the case. and it's scary and it's disgusting.
Does that happen to you at the gas station, Lindsay?
Actually, yeah.
I'm gonna say I believe it. I believe it.
Like that I catcall guys. Yeah.
Yeah, of course that you catcall guys. Yeah. No, I was thinking about the guys catcalling you, but and this is a stretch, I know, but in a weird way, shouldn't it be a compliment because the gas stations see us at our worst, like in our pajamas. No, if you're a female, no makeup at all. Your hair's not done up, and if you're getting catcalled still at the gas station, you're doing something right.
Okay,
but also you have to look at the guys and where they are in their life. But they're just like,
come on, it's just rude.
Not wearing any shoes.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Now, let me ask you this. This is like one of these things, and this happened to me many a times. It's happened to people I've known, especially wrestlers, where we're on the plane. No, listen to me. We're on the plane. We're in the airport, and all of a sudden, what you and I might think is funny, and we're talking out loud because we're being amongst ourselves, and all of a sudden there's a priest I mean, this happened a couple of times. There's a priest that comes out of nowhere that's like either behind me, on the side of me, or getting on the plane with me as I'm telling this story. And I'm like, yes, I met this girl last night, and I was taking it upstairs to my room, and then I'm like, and I was reading her the Bible.
Man, I love to read my Bible with girls.
That happened to me one time.
Just show them the love of God.
Well, I'm not going to say it happened to me one time. It happened to me a couple of times.
Oh my God!
And there was like a couple of priests were on the flights that we were on, and it was just a coincidence. I mean, it was nothing special going on.
Was it?
And is it like the same story every time? They're trying to tell this one story every time.
No, it's different. It's a different story.
God makes a priest appear every time.
Yeah.
I think that's God's way of saying, "My son, I do not approve." And the point of that,
but you still do it.
Well, the point of it is, if you're sitting up there catching yourself in situations like that, or if there's a mom that kind of reminds you of your mother, so you have ultimately respect for that woman. If you're sitting up there, watching your mouth and watching your P's and Q's with the priest or the mom that reminds you of your mother, why would you do that? Even if they don't remind you of your mom, or if there's not a priest around, why wouldn't you have the respect to respect them as women? And listen, I've been guilty of it too. I'm not gonna lie. I never yelled across a damn gas station or across the street. But I mean, if you find a girl attractive or what have you, just because you yell doesn't mean you're gonna get you some. I don't get it.
But at the same time, and I'm not a cat caller, but at the same time, you don't know unless you try.
I mean,
but there's another way of doing it other than yelling across the street.
I don't feel like that's, well, for me, gas stations, I don't ever go into gas stations that much anymore unless I'm with somebody else because I just don't like it. I pay at the pump. If it says see cashier, I will drive to a different pump and try that. And if that doesn't work, I will drive to the next gas station. I'm not comfortable.
Casanova Hughes passing out game for the fellas today. That's how he's had so many baby mamas.
No, I only got 2. That's it.
That you know of.
No, not that I know of.
Yeah.
I'm letting you know right now. If you didn't get me when I was at the top of my career, then you the fool. So if you want to try to come at me now when I'm not wrestling and making all that Vince McMahon money, then you're the asshole that didn't come forward and said that, hey, Dvon, you're the father. Sorry, Maury ain't gonna work now.
What about the people that yell out and recognize you from across an airport, gas station, restaurant? People, hey, Dvon! Is that any different than a cat call?
Yeah, I don't like it because you're exposed. You're calling me out. If I'm trying to get in somewhere and get out without being recognized or what have you, why would you do that? And then you get some guys that do it and they go, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to call you out." Yeah, you did, bitch. Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
you did.
But wouldn't it be your fault for being famous?
Mm-hmm.
How dare you be famous?
I'm sorry. I got a job on TV that I like and I make money, and I should not do it because I don't want to be famous or whatever you call it. No.
And I'm loving playing devil's advocate today, by the way. I'm absolutely loving it.
Yeah.
But shouldn't you be, as I said, with women being catcalled at the gas station, shouldn't you be flattered that people are excited to see Dvon, even if they blow your cover, so to speak?
I don't mind people being excited, but my thing is you don't have to be loud about it.
Oh yeah, you do. It's Dvon Dudley.
You don't like the attention. You don't like it.
People meet Mo. People meet Lindsey. Oh, hey, nice to meet you. It's calm. It's cool. It's collected. People meet Dvon. Oh my God, it's Dvon. You got to be loud.
So annoying.
Yeah, you got to be loud.
Yeah.
Why? I put my clothes on the same way everybody else does. I cry like everybody else does. Like everybody else.
Oh, you cry when you put your clothes on? I know.
I ain't got to cry like that. I'll say this: 50 pounds lost. 50 pounds.
Congrats. Looking
Elizabeth
good.
says that you want a sneak attack hug. That's what you want. You don't want somebody calling you out. You want somebody.
He wants a sneak attack.
Yeah,
a sneak attack hug.
Elizabeth, yeah. So if you see me, let me know. Sneak attack that hug.
And now, of course, this conversation is just begging people to yell out.
Yeah.
It's
Dvon! Don't forget to do that next time.
Yeah, he's just begging for me to show him attention. Okay, Toby.
Maybe that's a high honor, high praise that Dvon Dudley paid attention to me.
No, nobody cares about me no more. Out of sight, out of mind.
I care.
I don't give a shit.
I care.
Nah.
I'm your biggest fan.
I somewhat believe that, Lindsey.
Are you though? Shouldn't you have to like watch one of his matches to be?
No, not necessarily. No? I don't even know anything about his fame, and I know that he's a good person inside, and he's famous, and it's all that I care about.
And he's famous, and that's all I care about.
I was gonna say something about somebody, but I said no. God said, "Don't say that. Keep it quiet."
Okay. Listen, because there's a priest right behind you. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah,
it's funny because that's happened to me a couple of times, and I know, like, I can't imagine Goldust on the plane doing the Tourette's thing, and there's a priest there, and he's like, screw that, you know, and talking. I mean, he was hilarious. He would start reading the Bible so bad. Oh man, he would on the plane start reading the Bible and the scriptures and then act like he had Tourette's. It was bad.
Wow,
it was so bad. And we all just looked at him and said, "You're going to hell. You're so going to hell."
You know, Goldust is one of my all-time favorite characters in pro wrestling, and you just made me respect him a little bit more.
Oh, it was great. He scared one woman that was sitting beside him like crazy. He was doing the Tourette's thing, and I forgot who was there trying to be his caregiver to try to act like, you know, he didn't take his, he's like, oh, he didn't take his medicine. He's okay. Fuck you. Shut up. That was great.
That would have been so fun to see.
It was great. It was so funny. But where was the priest on that one when he was reading the Bible?
He's like, there's no hope.
Nate wants to know what the heck happened with Charlotte and Nia. If you actually go back to the very top of the show, we addressed that. So Dvon just mentioned that there was a miscommunication. They got
things
rough.
Happen.
They're fine.
Things happen. They're fine.
They're fine. Yep.
People should not make such a big deal out of it. I mean, you know, it happens in basketball. We see it all the time. It happens in, you know, baseball. You know, somebody throws a pitch and hits the batter gets upset and goes after him. And guess what? After the game is over, after the big brawl, they're freaking at the bar having a drink, laughing about how the media is going to go to crazy on this stuff. This is what and everybody has their opinion. People were blaming Nia. People were blaming Charlotte. I was reading some of the comments. I'm like, how are you blaming? You don't even know what the hell happened, but yet you have your 2 cents to say. And then of course you get those people. Well, I'm here. It's America, isn't it? I can say what I want to say. It's freedom of speech. You're also an asshole. I can say that.
You can, absolutely.
It is. That is very true. Anybody asking and wondering about Damian Priest, our U.S. champion? Not quite sure what's going on there. As Dylan points out, we do have Ida that is causing some issues right now for much of the U.S. So it could be related to that. It might not. It's hard to say. But if he's able to show up, cool. If not, then we get him another time. That's all right.
That's right.
And
now,
we'll have him next week.
Maybe. So, without revealing who we originally had scheduled for next week, would we get them both next week? Or
no, we'll only take one person.
Okay, so if we can't get Damian this week, then Damian next week.
Cool.
And we keep pushing? Or do we just get Damian here in the future again?
No, we can get him for next week. I mean, whatever's going on, I'm sure, you know, I'll find out and we'll make it up for the fans that, you know, tune in for the show for him. But, you know, stuff like this happens. Sometimes it's way beyond our control. And sometimes it's beyond the control of the person that's supposed to be on the show. You know, certain things happen, we don't know, and we'll find out. And when we do, I'm sure, you know, he'll apologize and, you know, this is because it happens.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just, you know, assume that everything's going to work perfect.
No, definitely not. But I also, you know, need to bring this up so I don't announce who our guest is next week, potentially. Yeah. And then we push that individual back. And
it'll be almost fault. We're all messed up. Ugh.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to confuse the audience more than we already do, Dvon. Yeah. They already have enough trouble following what we say. So.
Well, I do know why. I do know Byron's very confused all the time when he comes on the show.
Yeah, happens.
He still thinks the Pittsburgh Steelers are the greatest team ever.
Man, you're just egging him on, asking for
no comment about that. Yeah. That's hilarious.
And Byron, I'm going to beat you to it. I know what you're going to say. Well, at least it ain't the Jets, and you're right. It's not the Jets. I don't know what's going to happen, bruh. Yeah, I'm just saying. You feel that way, Byron. And you're right. My Jets are no better, but I never claimed that they were any better. Hell, the Jets ain't been good since Namath.
This is a whole one-sided string of trash talking that came out of nowhere.
I'm kind of lost, but
because I know Byron. Both of you don't know Byron the way I do.
No, but he seems really nice.
Of course he does, because he's arguing with me.
That's why I like him. Okay,
that's why I like Byron.
But speaking of being lost, 2 weeks ago here on the show, I had talked about the here. Let me pull it up. Happy Little Murder Trees. You know, Happy Clouds and Trees, the Bob Ross documentary that was promising a dark side of the beloved painter, and that finally debuted. And Lindsey and I both decided we were going to watch it, part of our respective schedules. You actually got to it first. What was your initial reaction to this? It's not really a smear piece for Bob Ross, but the way they promoted it.
Man, it's not. I didn't know what to expect. It just left me feeling a little sad, and for him, and also I like him even more than I did.
His son. You feel bad for the family,
for the family.
His son, without spoiling too much of this documentary, there is one thing that Bob Ross did that may be controversial. Certainly not right. But everything else is basically about bad business partners and what could have been in the Bob Ross world when he was alive and then after he passed in the 90s. But we find out that his son has not made a single dime on his father's name, even though that's what his dad's wishes were, is that, you know, Junior would get all of the money. Nope, nothing at all.
So,
and the court's
think twice next time.
So this is what I'm saying. So the courts were okay with that?
I don't think they went into that, did they?
They didn't go too far into it. They directly addressed that the people that own the rights to Bob Ross's likeness and name and everything are people that go to court often. So there's a lot of people that refuse to be a part of this filming because they didn't want to accidentally say something that would wind them up in court.
Exactly. Yeah, I remember that.
So those people intimidated a lot of people from not being a part of this project.
See, what I don't get and understand is these people are that greedy that they can't help out his son. His father, you know, gave everything, and yet now he's passed. He's not here. You know, and I'm pretty much sure when they got with him, oh, Bob, we definitely take care of your family. We'll definitely do this and this and that. You have nothing to worry about and blah, blah, blah. And then when you're gone, because you can't fight back, you can't do anything, you're dead. You know, it's so sad, man. Are you that greedy and that money hungry that you can't share the wealth with his kid? Really?
I'd be curious to get your thoughts watching that documentary, especially the way it ends. To get your thoughts, Dvon, as a man who we know cherishes his money.
Yes.
And indeed, you're going to make sure that everything is pinpointed where you want money to go, if it's just to your wife or if it's spread out. I mean, if it's up to your wife, it's probably just her money. But the same, you're going to be very meticulous about where that goes.
Absolutely.
So I would be curious to get your take on it. I'm relieved to report, though, this, and it's on Netflix for anybody wanting to see it themselves. this Bob Ross documentary does not paint him in a bad light. And that was my concern. It's like, we have enough BS going on in this world right now. We don't need to take one of our heroes down. And they didn't.
But they always do. They always do that, Mo. The media, everybody, people in general, they always do that. Let somebody, like even Mr. Rogers, you know, they tried to find dirt on him when he died. Because they were I don't know if it's scandal, but they're trying to put dirt on him. And, you know, the most lovable guy on TV, they try to destroy him. They always do that. They want to make jokes about him. They want to say, oh, and this and that. I mean, come on, man. Really? Is this what we're all about? You know, we're the only country that does that. You know, we freaking.
Are we?
Yeah, we are.
We're scandalous.
The best at it. That's
sure. What it is.
We can't be the only
controversy.
There's got to be others.
And you know what? You're right. There may be others, but we, like you said, Mo, we're the best at it.
Oh yeah.
You know, putting people down.
USA.
Putting people down. You know, nobody ever think about the family. You know, they hear these comments and things like that. What about that? What about the kids who are grown enough to understand what's going on, and yet they run into a segment of a show or something like that, and you're bad-mouthing one of their parents that have passed on? You know?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And a follow-up from Byron. He's just at work trying to admire Lindsey. He's trying to stay away from hate.
I got you, Byron.
Don't know what you're trying to pull there, but
I like your vibes.
Every year, Byron, around football season, I don't like you. There's a couple of other people I don't like either, and I make sure that I tell them.
Your second wife? I was just guessing. You've never mentioned that.
No. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Is it certain times of the year you feel like?
No, it's every year. It's every part of the year.
I was just wondering, yes.
It'll be 60 years from now, and unless she stops breathing or falls in a ditch and gets buried in it, I could care less.
One of these days,
anyway.
One of these weeks, Dvon's gonna have to call off from the show, and Lindsey and I are going to very determinedly try to find this ex that you talk about and get her on the show.
I don't know. Actually, I'm kind of scared. I don't think I want to do it.
Mo, you got to get her on the show and see what happens.
And maybe we'll get your wife on the show too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at Byron's even extending an offer to you that'll take you to a game anytime. How nice is Byron?
I'll throw up on that.
Oh,
wow.
Sorry,
you're not on Taylor's good list right now. Just letting you know, Mo. What? She did not like that comment at all.
How do you know? Where is she?
She's right over here. She did
what
not
comment?
She went downstairs about getting her and the ex back on the show together. She did not.
Oh,
like that.
You said together?
Yeah.
Well, I
did not like that at all.
And then you would get Taylor on a different show.
No,
we have like a whole week of.
You think she'd be happy because I'm letting her on the show where is not.
Alexa Bliss.
You.
What?
Okay, look at the screen and look at where you're pointing. Go back to the finger.
Oh.
That's Alexa Bliss.
Yep. Alexa Bliss's chest will not let Taylor on the
literally.
show. Yes. Yeah.
Sorry, Taylor. She won't let you.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know what.
My own mother stayed away for 10 years, did not want to meet that woman. And now
for the sake of entertainment, I'll meet anyone.
No.
Anyone. And it's good that it's over virtual too. So this way, I don't get like killed
until it disrupts your future, your life, and then all of a sudden, why did I do that?
I mean, I'm already in deep with you guys. What's a little bit more?
Mo, be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you ask for.
All about the entertainment. What's up, Scene Play? And Alexa Bliss, next guest. We've had her on before.
Twice. We've had her on twice.
Well, only the one time.
Oh, that was it? Just the once?
Yeah, only the one time. But we should get her back sometime, especially with a whole new gimmick now.
Yeah, she was awesome.
Yeah.
I have two people I think for our 100th show. I'm gonna make sure I get on the show.
Okay.
She'll be one of them.
Okay.
What episode is this now?
This is 86.
Oh, okay. So
and last week on 85, you promised us 3 guests.
Yeah, you did.
100.
Well, I have the 2. Now I got to come up with the 3rd one.
Okay. All right. I was going to say, I'm like, next week it's only going to be 1 guest for 100. And then
Empty
2 weeks.
Promises.
Sorry, guys. No more guests.
Yeah, you ain't used to empty promises from me. I deliver.
Okay. Do you? What's going on today?
I don't know. Have I?
Wow.
What's what?
What?
I didn't hear. What was the
She
comment?
asked what's going on
say?
today.
Did I say that?
What's going on today? Nothing's going on today. If someone has a problem, you can't get on the show. Can't get on. It's not through this power. That's like shit. That's like having a match at the arena, a show at the arena, and the guy can't come because of flight issues or something.
Right.
It's not their fault.
Yeah,
No.
Lindsay.
It's your fault, Dvon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told the airline to delay because of the weather.
I know how you are.
I'm the one flying, talking about no. Fly this some bitch to the show.
Okay.
I'm the one that's going to be like, don't let Lindsay into Florida. Don't let her into Vegas. Don't let her into New York.
I'll find my ways. I'll find my ways.
Are you not drinking alcohol this week, Lindsay?
Not this week. No. I'm drinking a naked rainbow machine. Naked rainbow machine.
Whoa. And no comments from Dvon on that one?
Yeah. That's I've been drinking it like this, thinking somebody would. Oh no, like this.
Well,
with a straw, of course.
Poor Lindsay.
Well,
I mean, I do have some water right here.
Water. Yeah. All right. Well, since we're diving into naked topics and stuff like that, Lindsay, you have to ask: does size matter?
Depends. Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, what kind of size of what?
Devon, what do you think?
Well, I'm not a woman, so I wouldn't know if size matters. For guys, it's different. I mean, women like to say size does matter, and guys like to say, well, it needs to be tight. And if it ain't tight, they don't want to go in like a Grand Canyon.
Well, that's not our fault. That's you. Your size. If you're too small.
No, a lot of nope. And you see, you're opening up yourself on that one, Lindsay, because no, it's not on us. Listen, if somebody's been ramming that thing in and causing it to look like a Grand Canyon, then
that's not true. It does not stretch. That is false. Yeah, I'm drinking naked, Dan. I am. Thanks for noticing.
A lot of comments coming in on this different stuff here. Reason I bring this up because there's a new study, and Dvon, you're gonna shake your head. Like, why is this a study? Why is this a thing? Not for the end result, but how they got there, the execution into this study. That they had guys in relationships wear a certain item during sex to test size theory. And you're thinking, okay, maybe extensions, something, I don't know, to make it bigger. No.
Yeah.
To make it smaller.
Oh.
To see if it affects things. So they would actually wear silicone rings around their junk that made it shorter by preventing them from thrusting as far as they normally would.
What?
Well, again, you could have somebody, I've heard this from women, you could have somebody short and, and stout down there, but thick, and that works for them.
Yeah.
Dante, obviously, living the dream right there.
Oh.
Lives annoyingly.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
So, and there was apparently different ones. There was 4 different sizes of these silicone rings to continually decrease the thrustability.
And guys agreed to do this.
Yeah, but
I wonder if they agreed without knowing the details.
I mean, I don't. I mean, I'm not a guy. I don't know, but I feel like I would not.
Yeah, no. Dvon, you wouldn't do that even if they paid you money, because I know you love money.
That's
no, I didn't say I wouldn't do it. I didn't.
Yeah, and apparently, the less you thrust, the less pleasurable it was for the woman. So,
one of the comments that was made is that it really doesn't matter the size, as if you know how to use it. I've heard people say that there were people that were enormous, had no idea how to use it. Or some people say they're the right size and still didn't know how to use it.
Okay. I don't know.
I was also told, too, that you can tell if a person's good in bed by the way they dance. I guess the way they move and gyrate. Think about it. If someone doesn't know what they're doing in bed and gyrates horribly, you're probably...
How do you gyrate?
That's how I move.
All right, so...
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm like one of those inflatable tube men.
I just
kind of flop around until it
That's why.
falls in.
That's why all the ladies are love Mo.
Yeah.
Obviously.
You put some Teddy Pendergrass on or Barry White, and that's when I start gyrating.
Okay.
Is that a challenge? Because I could make that happen, you know.
Make what happen?
I'm here for it.
I start playing that.
No, I'm not putting it on there. Why? So she can say, "Oh, Dvon's up there being sick and perverted," and started gyrating on the show.
Well, they don't need the music for that.
Who would say that?
People in general.
Technically, all you need is the tip.
Just the tip.
Dante, he's dated a lot of dancers, and they were not good. Although he did say guys, though. You can tell how guys are by the way they dance.
Okay.
Dvon gyrates like he used to sell chair shots. You did convulse after you had a chair shot. You'd be like,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
I did.
Totally.
Yes, I did.
So now that's all I picture when Dvon is finished, is that little, like, fish out of water look.
Bless. That's the
I wouldn't say it's fish out of water. It's something, but it ain't out of water.
Was
Kevin,
the only
Kevin stopped by to say hi, probably not leaving. Yeah.
Hey, bye, Kevin. Hey, thanks for dropping by. So as the only woman here, I feel like that is accurate, and I agree with that study.
What study is this?
The size does matter.
The size does
I
matter?
really should have the only input here, right?
No, I mean, I have input. He's got input.
I guess I have output.
Yeah.
But no, I feel like it helps. It depends on how it's used, I guess, as well. But yeah, I think it's a good study that they did that. I'm glad. It's very
good study.
Informative.
Glad that they did that.
Yeah. Glad that's out there.
I'm so glad that this is finally being talked about.
Yeah, I've been so long. I knew this study had to happen.
Yes. I actually want to see if Lindsey will keep going with this conversation. If Dvon, if you and I just don't talk, if she just keeps going with it.
I mean, I could. About like the size. I mean, how it's important or how it's not. I feel like I don't like that. I don't like that. Just stop staring at me.
and again, Elizabeth, who's been commenting a lot today, she's here with you too. So Byron thinks that it needs a Lindsey Unleashed table talk.
Ooh, I will need wine for that one.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
I still want to do that show where all of us are on something. You know, Dvon and I do the edibles. Maybe you're just wine drunk there, Lindsey, and we just do a show.
Yeah.
Maybe after Devon's finally away from WWE, he's a free agent, can say what he wants whenever he wants.
Is he talking? Oh, okay. Is he not talking? Has he said anything in the last 10 minutes?
10, yeah. Last 2 minutes, though. I don't know. Devon,
what's wrong? Are you okay?
Yeah, you all right?
I'm waiting for Lindsey to give her explanation.
Oh, I did already. You weren't listening, I guess. Yeah,
no, I was listening. You didn't say anything much.
I did. I said that I agree with the study, and I think that size matters.
Elaborate why?
Well, I just want to go back to circle back to where you think it can stretch out, because that's really not the case, and I want to explain to you that that's not right to even suggest that.
Oh, you didn't seem to say that when Truth was talking about my booty hole.
That's different.
As big as the Grand Canyon.
Listen, booty hole is different. I think. I don't know.
That can stretch.
But literally, so okay, women that have given birth, it goes right back.
Sometimes it don't. I've heard someone say no.
Well, that's it does. It's a muscle, and it constricts back to.
But it never feels the same. That's what I was told. I'm not saying that it's the truth. I'm saying that's what I was told.
I'm telling you the truth. You should listen to me.
Lindsey, last time I listened to you, I wound up,
No. Yeah, but I was telling the truth.
No, you weren't.
For sure. Yeah, I was.
Lying.
No, I would never lie to you about that. Whatever it was.
I'm just like Dan on this one. I'm fascinated with this conversation. I'm gonna let you guys keep going.
Okay.
Okay, Dvon, how about this one? How about the size for you guys and the size of our boobies and booty?
Boobies and booty.
Does size make a difference?
I just love how that's worded.
I'm a leg guy and a booty guy. Boobs don't really mean too much to me. although when Taylor was pregnant with both of the girls,
they did.
Man, those things got huge. I was happy.
You weren't complaining at that time.
You were a booby man for a little bit.
Man. Oh, yeah. For a little bit.
For a little bit.
Yeah, and then of course the breastfeeding made it go away, and because breastfeeding actually does it. It builds it up because the more milk you have in there, but then when the what do you call the things inside that stops the milk from forming again, your boobs go back to its normal size.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you looking at me crazy?
The things that in there that stop the milk from forming.
Yeah, well, when your milk ducts stop.
Oh, milk ducts.
When the udders stop,
when the udders dry up.
Yeah,
it goes back to normal size because they don't have.
That is a technical term, right?
Forming.
Udders.
But I'm an ass man.
I think it's a little offensive.
I'm an ass man and a leg man. That's my thing. If you got big legs and a big booty, I'm here. Listen, I'm black.
But so size does matter to answer the question, then.
No, I mean, I'm for it. I love it. I look for that. But if you don't have it, then what am I gonna do?
Dvon will still flirt.
He's not that picky. He really does not. It does not matter.
Nope. I always tell my dog. I always look at my dog and go, "You want some peanut butter?"
Oh. Wow, not picky at all. Apparently. I don't know about that.
Wow. Okay.
I can't. I'm gonna look at you differently forever now.
I think a lot of
sorry,
people
Taylor. I'm so sorry.
Don't look. Don't. So what are you being sorry for? Taylor's happy. She knows that she's with the man.
Yeah. And if she's not home, you still have a dog to take care of things.
I gotta make sure I have peanut butter.
I can't even say that. I can't. It's disgusting.
I just gotta make sure I got. Cannot run out of peanut butter.
Most of this country. I mean, I'm sure there's probably some southern states that allow. I don't think.
I am in North Carolina, so I don't know.
I don't think Florida's one, Devon. I'm sorry.
I believe West Virginia is.
Mm-hmm.
maybe Alabama. I don't know.
Alabama, yeah, but I ain't having that.
Wow, that took a turn I did not.
I am so uncomfortable. Nothing has made me uncomfortable until that.
Well, I mean, I gotta shock somebody sometimes. I gotta say things.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that.
Dirt cheese.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dvon gives peanut butter to his dog and says, "You want some peanut butter?"
I'm not feeding into that. There's one. This may be the first time I'm actually not trying to get you in a dirt cheese. So everything else, I'm on board. I'll help you out. Not this time. Not this.
Yeah,
time.
but I can be talking about a whole variety of things in terms of giving my dog peanut butter.
360 indeed.
It did, Elizabeth.
Absolutely.
Indeed. And we're like 370.
And then out of nowhere, Mo has a voice for radio and a face for TV. Which is actually like one of the nicest things that anybody's ever said to me on this show. Because normally it's, you got a face for radio.
Right. I think that's what you guys mostly hear on radio.
Yeah. All the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody's ever told me that.
Dan's trying to bring it back around. Size doesn't matter. Having said that, I'd also like to say anyone can drive in a straight line, but it takes skill to handle curves.
Oh, Dan. Okay.
Dirty Dan. Dirty Dan Swinson. I see
where you're going. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that is true.
Nothing wrong with curves.
Nothing wrong with curves.
And I'm a brother. I'm a brother, so I like them. I like them thick.
Yeah, you got to think for Lizzo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely.
Lizzo's not going to be called a stick figure anytime soon. But she's body confident. She's happy with what she is, what she does, and
as
Dvon,
she should be. As she should be. As she should be. Yeah. I was having this talk with Naya the other day. I told her, I said, Naya, I retired way too early.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Because she does now the Rikishi thing with the stink faces. I'm like, man, I retired way too early. She just starts cracking up. Every time she does it in the ring, I make her laugh. I'm like, you know what I'm going to say, right? She goes, yes, Dvon, you retired too early. I was like, yes, I did.
Okay, Dvon, we know.
Now, talking of Rikishi, last thing before we wrap up the show, apologies that Damian Priest couldn't be here. But speaking of Rikishi, did you hear the news that he posted yesterday?
No.
And I hate putting this ending the show on a down note, but I think it should be said. WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi, former guest here on Table Talk. Rikishi sent out a tweet yesterday asking for help because his 16-year-old niece was murdered.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I did not see that.
In the Bay Area in San Francisco.
Oh
and,
no!
There's like a $50,000 reward just for information on who it was, and just so Rikishi's hurting today. If you follow him on the socials, or if you're friends with him like Dvon is, reach out and send your condolences and whatnot. I think he needs that love right now.
Yeah, I gotta give him a buzz.
Let's hope that they can find out how it happened and who did it, and just lock him up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So on that note, though, Rikishi, we send our best, and then we'll get back to all of the awkward conversation and the painful laughs that we have here.
Literally
on Table Talk.
An awkward conversation for a whole hour. It's been great.
Yeah,
it's been great.
That's what we do best.
Yeah,
they say if you do something well, get paid for it. Why are we not getting paid?
Why are we not getting paid for